welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So today we got to talk about a story of someone making $150,000 a year while living on a school bus. So I think it goes without saying, we got to comment on this right after, of course, you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done that already, because this is a brand new episode of, wait for it, Millennial Money. So with that said, guys, thank you so much, and now let's begin.
I was at work one day and we needed somebody to voice a commercial for one of our car dealerships. And as a joke, I read it, and shockingly, everyone was like, that was kind of good. I've done commercials for national airlines. I'm in a video game for playing soccer. I get to voice all sorts of projects, and it's a lot of fun.
This is the first person I've seen on Millennial Money who maybe, possibly, does not have a YouTube channel. This would be fantastic. If all she does is just voiceovers for $150,000 a year, that is insane. And think of all the money she's saving. She could live, basically set up a domicile in a no income tax state, go and drive this around, just enjoy her life, make $150,000 a year, not have to worry about property taxes. She's got probably this entirely paid off. She's got to pay insurance, gasoline, maintenance, very few expenses, health insurance, food. Bank the rest of it, retire early. What more could you want?
My name's Alice Everdeen. I'm 31 years old. I'm a voiceover artist, and I travel full-time in my bus conversion with my dog and my boyfriend, and I'm currently in Lacombe, Louisiana.
That's so cool. I wonder what he does, though. He's got to have just as flexible as a job as her, unless he's just along for the ride, in which case, you know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if he's working too, he's got to have just as good of a job. Wow, $85,000 renovating a school bus. You can see all the solar panels they have up here, though. This thing is as off the grid as you could get.
Growing up, I would always mock the radio, anything I heard. One of my favorites was the Downs Ford commercial in New Jersey. Downs Ford, you'll love the feeling. Downs Ford, you'll love the price. And if you want to buy a car or truck, they always treat you right.
She's good. I could see why she gets paid the big bucks.
When I first started doing voiceovers, I was just doing it for the advertising agency I worked at. And I probably voiced about maybe 10 of them or so for this one car dealership nearby. That was my only real experience in that realm.
Wow, Fiverr. You know what? We had someone else on for Fiverr. She was doing copywriting, and she's built up a fantastic business. She's making like $500,000 a year. A large portion of that from Fiverr. So it just goes to show you get a high ranking, just like on like Amazon or anything like that. You can make a pretty good living.
3 months in, I was really considering trying to do it full-time because I started to match my full-time salary. And within, I believe, 4 or 5 months, I was able to quit my full-time job.
Wow, $125,000 a year from voiceover business. I would love to do that.
At the moment, I'm completing about 150 jobs a month. It's been about 2.5 years, and I've completed, I believe, just under 3,000 jobs.
That's a lot, 150 jobs a month? So that's 5 jobs a day. Every single day. How is she doing it? Probably they're taking a few hours total, but still, it's a lot.
I mostly do commercial, TV, and radio spots. I also do a lot of phone recordings, which is a lot of fun. Thanks for calling Stanfield Veterinary Services. For sales, press 1.
That's really good. I'd have her do my voicemail. Thank you for calling Graham Stephan. He's not available. He's making YouTube videos at the moment, telling people to subscribe and hit the like button. Please leave a message. I don't know, something like that. I could do voicemails for people too. I would love that.
We both realized that we wanted to travel more, and we never really had the opportunity. We wanted to do a bus because they're a lot more customizable. RVs typically have a set layout. They're also not as safe. Buses are made to keep, you know, dozens of kids safe.
We're bringing it home.
Wow, look at that, $7,324. They put a lot of work into that. You could tell, I mean, the entire interior was just gutted.
This is our school bus that we converted into our home.
I love the front door. I can't believe they did that. You know what? They're retrofitting this entire thing to make it look as much like a house as possible. There's a lot of work that went into this.
We have a phone booster that is an antenna at the side of the bus, and that boosts our signal. We also have solar panels on our roof of our bus, so that gives us all the energy we need throughout the day to use our appliances, to use our phones, all sorts of stuff. Over here we have our wood burning stove.
A wood-burning stove inside of a bus. I never thought that that would be a thing. I thought for sure they'd have some sort of heating rig that would be connected to the solar panel. It might be electric. I don't know. I can't imagine a wood-burning thing in there.
We have a full kitchen area because I cook a lot, as you can see by all the spices everywhere. We have a full, apartment size range. It's 24 inches.
This is actually our freezer. We have a chest-style frozen freezer.
Wow. They did a great use of the space here. I mean, everything is concealed and everything has a function.
Jay is a master with water. He built the bus so that we can suck up water from a body of water that doesn't have salt in it and filter it on board into purified drinking water. So really, really cool.
Wow, that explains a lot of it. As long as they travel near lakes and stuff like that, they get unlimited fresh water.
Full shower. And also we can use this as a back door.
Basically, we just want to have a really nice view when we poop.
That's not actually a joke.
I like him. I want more info on him though. What does he do?
I would spend all of it on travel, and then I would pay down my credit cards, and I would do it over and over and over again. When I started making more money, I really realized that I needed to have a better grip on where my money was going. I finally got an accountant to handle things for me and try to set me on the right path. Our expenses are generally limited to car insurance, gas, pet insurance, some subscriptions I have for my work, cell phone bills.
All right, let's take a look at this. Discretionary, $6,600 a month. Bus renovation, moving, Airbnb, hip camp, pet. It's a lot of spending. Now, I'm wondering if a lot of that is paying off a loan, if she took off a loan to renovate the bus. Otherwise, I don't know why this would be recurring. It seems like they wouldn't just look at 1 month, they'd kind of get an average, but okay, maybe she did some extra renovations that month. The credit card, wow, $2,914. I'm guessing that's just like normal groceries and going out and stuff like that, I hope. Unexpected expenses, $2,596. Bus breakdown. Hurricane Ian prep. Wow. I guess they can't just drive off depending on where they are. That's interesting. Food, $1,880. It's a lot of money on food. So they're eating out a lot of the time. I don't think they're making food at home. Insurance, $762. Bus, medical, pet. All right, the bus insurance is probably a lot. Gas, $581. Phone, $105. Subscription, $75. It's a lot of spending. $15,000 a month. So basically, if she keeps this up, she's spending more money than she's making. But I have a feeling the discretionary, that could probably get whittled down a little bit, and the unexpected expenses probably gets whittled down. So beyond that, maybe she's spending a lot. I don't know.
Parking the bus can be difficult at times. They have Hip Camp, which is like Airbnb for RVers or tenters. In addition to that, there's state parks, national parks, there's government land where you can park for free. Or a lot of people go the Cracker Barrel and Walmart route and they just kind of stay in the parking lot. Love Cracker Barrel. They have RV parking overnight and their expectation is that you go there for a meal. And luckily, we love biscuits and gravy, so it works out for everybody.
That's interesting. I never thought about how difficult it would be to park that thing. Like imagine going to Los Angeles and trying to find a safe street just to sleep overnight. It's gonna be very difficult to do. And a lot of the places have no overnight parking. They really try to discourage that. So that's something with a smaller van, you could get away with it, but a bus just kind of stands out. So here we go. This is it. $34,000 in credit card debt. Putting this on a credit card is a bad idea. See, she's making enough money where she should be able to get a personal loan at like 10, 12%. The credit card debt would be costing a fortune. I would just be throwing everything at the debt until it's paid off, and then you could go out to eat. I don't know why she's spending so much money on food eating out when she's got this debt, the credit card debt, hanging over her head. So I would say just hunker down for a few months, pay it off, and then enjoy yourself. Because not having that credit card debt is gonna be a weight lifted off your shoulders.
We had a couple unexpected expenses. Primarily we broke down, which was about $1,200. Luckily, it was only that much. Towing a 25,000-pound bus is not cheap.
Yeah, that's why you need really good insurance or just something to help cover that. Imagine you get broken down in the middle of nowhere, it's like 500 miles to tow it somewhere. Or like even 200 miles. It costs so much per mile. It could be like, $5 a mile. You're spending $1,000 in just towing. So I'd say if there's like a AAA service or something, might be money well spent.
Being on the bus is a different kind of fulfillment. I feel like prior to this, I was very caught up in wanting more, needing more. And now that I have everything I need in such a small space, I'm not as stressed as I was. I don't have to make as many decisions every day. I can spend time with the people I love. It's a different sense of freedom that I didn't think I would ever feel.
That's fantastic. Listen, it's a great story, a great message. I agree with a lot of the stuff she's doing, except the credit card debt needing out so much. If it were me, again, I would just be chipping off that credit card debt. Don't be spending $2,000 a month on food. Spend $500 a month on food, $600 a month. Get off the credit card debt. I think that would help tremendously. And then after that, you could do pretty much whatever and start saving the difference. Because, you know, you're in such a unique position here to save so much money, especially if you're making $150,000 a year. So if you could just save like 50% of it, travel, you could spend the rest, you'll be on track to retire in no time. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, feel free to add me on Instagram. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We're so close to 1 million subscribers. So if you want to be a part of it, join the family. It would mean a lot. Thank you so much. And until next time.